Release resistance, vibration rises, life is good. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, I was going to do a video tonight called Why Are You Trying So Hard to Get Money? It's Free. But I had to change to do this one, and I'm also going to talk about money here too. But just keep that one in mind. That one's upcoming, and that probably gets the attention of a lot of people thinking that money is free, but it really isn't. In that video, I'm going to talk about that and how we want to untie ourselves from making money such a focus to have life flow the way that we want it to. Of course, money is part of life, but we want to treat it very differently than what we have been treating it. So watch for that one coming up. All right, so releasing resistance, vibe rises, life is good. So your vibration is naturally high, and when you are in your natural high vibration going through the day, meaning your thought energy is in alignment, then everything, as we know from the creative process, will naturally flow into your experience. You'll be receiving the details of the path that connects you with everything. And it's very effortless, lots of action, but it's effortless in the fact that you're not making things happen. You're not struggling and straining and trying to get things to come together. It's just flowing, okay? That's the effortlessness of it. And the action flows in there. So we want to, that's the key that we're after here, not rising, not causing our vibration to rise. We don't have to do that. We don't have to push it up. We don't have to do anything like that. It's already high. We just got to stop pulling it down, because when we pull it down, now we're not a vibrational match, and now that flow can't happen. We're not going to receive the details of the path we want. That's where we receive the rodeo ride, when we block the path to receiving what we want. So it's all about really releasing resistance. And if we get really good at doing that, then our vibration is going to be high. And by doing that, releasing resistance effectively means you're actually really repatterning your conscious mind, and you're reprogramming your subconscious mind to be all back in alignment. And that all happens all together. So as you use a script, a well-crafted, effective script that deconstructs and reconstructs and refocuses your mind to what you want, that is a very, very powerful tool of life. That's a very powerful way to use your mind. And we all want to be a master at that. And quite frankly, everything that I teach, my books and everything, really the net result is for you to be that master of releasing resistance in the moment. And I often talk about the 10-second rule, where you want to work towards being such a master that anything that comes up, that you could, within 10 seconds, before any momentum gets started, you could release that resistance. And when you do, then your life is just going to flow. You see, all the things that you want, they're in vibrational reality. Your inner being has set that all up from the contrast, right? Contrast is a celebration, and we want to know that. And I keep repeating that because it's kind of like a drill. These videos are like a drill. And what's a drill? Something you do over and over and over until it just becomes your natural way of thinking, right? A habit. And people will say your second nature. But that's what I want to, that's the effect I want to have here with these videos, is that you hear this stuff over and over and over, just like you heard the faulty belief information when you were growing up, over and over and over, and it stuck. And so now we want to displace it by hearing the real information of life over and over and over. So contrast is a celebration. There are no bad days, no bad times. It is all contrast that causes expansion in your life. And that's a beautiful thing to know. And then you can start looking at contrast in a good feeling way and not get vibrationally stuck in the contrast, thinking it's a bad thing, and focusing in a way that it keeps repeating. You get in that loop of repeating. And you want to get out of that loop. And the way to know that, the way to do that, is to know it's a celebration and understand what that celebration means. It means your inner being knows what you want, clear about that, and sets up what you want as a vibrational reality first, and it's on the way to you, instantly on the way, looking for you. Like I say, that airplane circling the airport, ready to come in for a landing. Just got to get the clutter off. Now I'm doing that a little different in this video. I'm looking at the pipe here, and we want to get the clutter out of the pipe. We want to get that. That's resistance, right? Those negative feeling thoughts coming from those faulty beliefs, and so we want to get that out. So all the stuff, right? Health, vocation, material wealth, business, whatever, relationships with all kinds of people, all kinds of things, and money too. Money's part of what comes down the pipe, right? You want it comes down the pipe, and all this stuff comes down the pipe from high vibration, right? And high vibration is a state of no resistance. When you have no resistance in your thought energy, you're feeling good about everything. You've got a perspective. You see how it's serving you. You are feeling good. Even if it's not the way you want it to be, you still got that perspective that allows you to see how it's serving you, and that all feels good. And you don't need anything or anyone to be different than it is right now, right? So it's all okay just as it is right now, because it's manifested that way. And when you don't like it, then that's the contrast that says, well, I would like it to be different, and your inner being knows that and sets that up. But if you need something to be different, then you've got resistance. Then you're in a state of lack. You're not satisfied, and that's all low vibration. So if you need people to be different, you need your vocation to be different, money to be different, health to be different, material objects to be different, self to be different. If you need any of this stuff to be different, you're in a state of resistance, because you are looking at those things in the physical world and you're not feeling satisfied. You're feeling the lack. And so you want to be in a state where you don't need it to be different, because you're understanding that when it's not the way you like it, it's just contrast. And that's the natural asking. That contrast has to be there. Without that, everything falls apart, right? Contrast is the natural asking. So you don't want everything to be any different than it is. You're happy for the contrast. You're happy for the path that it introduces into your life, the path where there's so much fun on the path of life to receiving the things that you want. And then you do receive those things that you want. So this is high vibration living. This is releasing resistance when it comes up. And I've got a picture here of, it looks like a person is meditating, and obviously meditation is a segment of time of no resistance, but we're not going to do that all day long. But we do want to capture the spirit of meditation. We do want to capture the spirit of being in a state of no resistance in all the segments of our day. No matter who we're dealing with or what we're dealing with, we want that feeling of no resistance. So meditation is good to train you into that, and carry that in through your day with your conscious thoughts. And then you're in that high vibration zone. You're feeling that energy. That's the currency of life. See, that's the currency of life that, in a slang kind of way, it buys you everything, because it takes the resistance out of the pipe, right? Soon you're having resistance, right? When I say feel resistance, your pipe's clogged, and find relief. Unclog the pipe. Now you're flowing. It's okay. If you have that resistance for a short time, it's not going to do anything. It's only when you hold on to resistance and it's prolonged that you start to create that momentum that creates resistance in the pipe, and now you slowed everything down. You're not going to miss out on anything. All that stuff in vibrational reality is always going to be there. You just delay the receiving of it, that's all. But certainly when you're in the daytime, you're going through with no resistance, and you don't need anything to be different, and you're understanding everything is your mirror, and you know how it all works, and contrast is a beautiful thing. Nothing gone wrong, none of that. Your vibrational reality is all lined up. You can feel emotional essence of the thing that you want. It's yours, it's done, it's just on the way to manifesting, versus the part of your life that has manifested. It's all part of your life, both the vibrational and the physical. So again, releasing resistance is just allowing your vibration to rise, and then you flow in that nice cycle of joyous expansion. But a big thing that has happened, in addition to resistance in areas of life, is this whole thing about money. Money is a thing that we're really twisted with money, because we grow up thinking that right, you take high vibration out of here, that money is the thing that's going to let all this stuff flow to you, right? But then we look at what's in vibrational reality. There's money, and it's like, well, wait now, if we have to have money to get money to flow, it's kind of a paradox in there. How do you get the money if it's in vibrational reality and you need the money for it to flow? That's one thing for sure that tells you there's something screwy about that. But the thing is that money can't buy all these things. You see, money is only part of the material wealth quadrant of fulfillment. It can't buy the other pieces, and so it's a very limited use to you in that way. And quite frankly, money is a means of exchange. It's not a source of anything. It's a means of exchange, and you can have it flow whatever level you want to. When you have no resistance, it'll just flow. Your life causes you to ask for it and everything else. And so it'll flow in just like everything else. It's an object of energy. It's no different, but we've attached it as the source of our well-being and security and fun in life and freedoms and all that kind of thing. And it's none of that. It's just a faulty belief about it. So we want to release all that belief about money in terms of how it is the thing that gets us the life that we want, because it really doesn't. And if you think it does, if you think it will give you that complete fulfillment and all the quadrants and living it all in a peaceful life, well, I just have to tell you that's a fool's paradise, because it will never be that way. We did not come to this planet to get money. Let's go over here. Let's go over to the creative process. Where in the creative process do you see money? Nowhere. You don't see it anywhere in the creative process, because it has no place in the creation parts of the creative process. It will flow like a pair of shoes or a house. Those are all parts of our physical life, and so is money. So they're all playing in the creative process, but they're not. The creative process does not depend on any of those things. Those things are manifestations when we live in the cycle of joyous expansion of the creative process, and we're choosing the good feeling energy versus the stuff that doesn't feel good, the out of alignment stuff. But that's our currency right there. So if you choose the low vibration currency, you're going on the rodeo ride to the train wreck. That's a choice once you know how this works. Now, we're kind of not knowing that growing up, so we kind of do it without knowing, but now we know it. So now we want to choose our natural high vibration energy, and then that law of attraction puts us on the yellow brick road to the land of Oz, and we're receiving all those great things that we want. So we just got to get money out of the equation. Now, another way I want to show this to you is look, okay, so what I'm saying is, here you are, wherever you are in your life, you are where you are. And then here's your dreams and your desires. They're all set up for you, and the timing of receiving them, well, your inner being sets up a path, so we don't want to think about that detail. The path is wonderful, and your inner being sets it all up to be comfortable and timely and all that kind of thing. And it will come in that way. So we don't want to get our nose in our inner being's business. We just want to do our business, which is to choose those thoughts that are in alignment, and that's that high vibration energy. That's what the path is, and that's what the things we want are. So you see, it's a straight line. There's no complication here. No complication, no external anything. It's you, your vibration, and the receiving. Period. Again, going over, that's the creative process. Very, very easy. But what have we done? Let's see what we've done. We have introduced this, the triangle. We've taken life from the straight line, easy receiving, to the triangle where, we got to get money to get to the thing that we want. We've kind of taken vibration out of the way, and we don't go the straight line, right? We go on the triangle line. We do a sidetrack. I got to get the money to have all that good stuff that I want in vibrational reality, but we don't think about it like that. We just think we want things in life, and money is our way to get there. And it's not. It is not at all, because a fulfilling life, again, is having your life flow in the ways that you like in the area of vocation, health, wealth, relationships, and feeling good and powerful in yourself, having that nice self knowing and relaxing into yourself, who you really are, feeling all those good natural attributes, and that whole thing wrapped in peace. When you know all of that, then you're living all of that stuff in peace. Money cannot by that life. There's only one thing that lets you live that life, and it is your vibration. So we got to get this money thing out, and we got to get back to this, because it is just causing a lot of havoc in the way that we think about things and introducing a lot of resistance. See, it's really interesting. As I say, release resistance, your vibration rises and life is good, you're receiving everything. But these beliefs about money cause so much resistance that our vibration is down. We're out of alignment, and we're not readily receiving. Money itself is causing a lot of resistance for a lot of people. And then what do people try to do? Well, they try to get manifestation techniques and work around the faulty beliefs, getting this conditional belief. If you do this, if you say that, all these kinds of things that you'll get what you want. And maybe you will. If somebody gets you to believe something enough, if you have a strong enough belief in something, yes, it will manifest. But that is not what we came for. We came for this full range of fulfillment across the board in all parts of our life, and within ourselves, and a peaceful life and all of that. So, we don't want to do these manifestation techniques or even anything to schemes to get money. We're going to scheme and we're going to get some money, and rather than deal with the source, which is to get the resistance out of the way so everything can nice and naturally and easily flow to you, it's like, okay, I'm going to do something to get money so that I'll have the things that I want. But if you got resistance in the pipe, again, maybe you'll do something, you'll believe something to get some money to go, but it's not going to be long term. It's not going to give you that big picture fulfillment at all. There is no working around the pipe. If you want to live your fulfilling life, the stuff's got to come down the pipe, and it flows easily and joyously into your life. And there's no fear of anything. You just understand it's all yours, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger because you ask for more and more comes. But if you live with this idea that you're going to get the money to get the stuff, and some people even say, well, I'm going to get so much money and then I'm all set, right? I'm going to put this much money away. It could be millions, could be billions, could be whatever money amount you think is going to keep you safe and secure for your whole life. And but you see, that's not this. This is not aligned living, because if you have that attitude, there's always going to be at least a little bit of fear and uncertainty, because you have no guarantee that money is always going to be yours. No guarantee at all. All kinds of things could happen. That money could evaporate and fade away. But guess what? If you cut that out of the idea here and you just live your natural straight line, see, nobody can take your high vibration away from you. That's guaranteed. That's yours. You get to choose it in every moment. There is no uncertainty in that vibration, high vibration energy at all. That is 100% certain that you have that all the time. So if somebody who lived like this and they said, okay, something happened, a couple $1,000,000, whatever, gone, they would just say, so what? What's the big deal, right? Any amount of money. It could be any amount of money as well. I just used that number, but I could have used billions, trillions, whatever. So what? What's the big deal? I got my vibration. I'll just retune myself and open the door and let that flow come back in. There's just no big deal going on here. You can't lose anything. But in this world of taking the side door out, thinking you're going to get some money and then get everything to work for you, no, you're not going to do. That's not going to give you your peaceful life, your fulfilling, peaceful, joyous expansion life that you came for. So money is a big resistance thing in our life, and we can easily cut it out by understanding money is a means of exchange. It flows in, it flows out. It just makes it easy for us to go through our day and exchange things. And if we wanted some level of flow in our life, we could tune our vibration to that. But that doesn't. You could tune to a certain vibration of money, and it would flow into your life. All good, easy, whatever that is. But it may not be an amount that buys a house that you want. Who cares, right? The house is a completely independent vibration. And if you tune into that vibration, in comes the house. Has nothing to do with this money. Has nothing to do with the work that you do. Work is not your source of income. your source of abundance is your inner being and the creative process and just this universe, how it works for joyous expansion. You may want to buy yourself an airplane, which is far above the money that you like for your daily living, right? And what you're doing and that kind of flow. But you don't have to say, well, I've got this kind of flow of money, so that's won't buy an airplane. I'm going to have to do something else. That's ridiculous. It's nonsense. Let me tune into the frequency of an airplane, and an airplane will come into your life. It has nothing to do with any of the other money. So we just got to untie from these silly beliefs about money. It's not money that gets you the life that you want. It's not money that allows you to live in alignment. It's vibration. It's vibration. It's knowing who you are. It's knowing how life works, why you came here, and how desire is born and turns to physical things. And when you know that and you live that and you live in your high vibration energy every day, not needing anything to be different, but just knowing any kind of contrast. If it's not the way you want, the contrast is done, the creating is done, and now the thing is on the way right now. And see, you even relax into that. You feel like, hey, no big deal. I don't like this situation. Beautiful path is going to bring me the situation that I want, and it's all happening right now, right now, right now, as I'm choosing a thought that's in alignment. So you want to release resistance around money, around people in your life. They come to you in agreement with your vibration. You want to release any resistance there by understanding they are a mirror, right? Your health, you don't need it to be any different. If it is, you got an ailment, well, it is what it is. It's that way because you offered some energy, you had some resistance going on, and you introduced low vibration energy into your body, which is high vibration. You interfered with its natural health rhythms that it can take care of itself. So you get that resistance out of the way, and it will all come back into alignment, right? And all back to a state of well-being. You don't need it to be different today. What you want to be different today are your thoughts. Your thoughts are what you want to be different. If they're low vibration, you want them to be high. And if you study my books and these videos, you will be learning how to do that, and you will master the ability to change a low vibration state into a high vibration state. And when you do that, then you are set on your high vibration life. It's got nothing to do with anything else but your vibration. Okay, so that's the video for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any questions, leave them on the post, and enjoy your day.